All right, boys, fasten your seatbelts. This one is going to be a bumpy ride. We're going to take a look at a little back and forth between every conservative wine mom's heartthrob, Tucker Carlson, and he's going to be going up against a guy named Tariq Nasheed, who is a documentary filmmaker, the owner of King Flex Entertainment, and also the author of one of the most groundbreaking dating books to ever be published, titled The Art of Macking. And they're going to have a little back and forth about Donald Trump's cabinet and whether or not it is Nazi influenced. So take good notes, and as always, don't even really pay attention to the arguments. Just watch their optics, and we will see who comes out victorious. So here we go.
I want to ask you about some stuff that you've written, because I think it's important for viewers to know who you are, okay? Because people take you seriously. Now, you are, in addition to a lot of other things, the author of a number of books on dating. One of them is called The Art of Macking. You've written a couple others. And I just want to read you, I was reading it today, it's an interesting book. Chapter 6, Guaranteed Ways to Get Sex from Women. And
All right, so I guess we're not going to be talking about Nazis in this video, which is obviously a good thing. That's actually a huge relief, but it looks like we're going to be talking more about what he has to say about sex in his book. So let's see how Tariq reacts as Tucker reads the passage from his book. Here we go.
Quoting you, in this chapter, I will give some tried and proven techniques that will help you talk a woman into giving it up. I will also offer you precise rebuttals to every objection a woman may have to giving it up. You say this, the number one lame thing men say to get sex, I love you.
All right, you could tell Tariq is busted right there. Watch, as Tucker says the thing about sex from women, Tariq actually bites his lip. You could tell that, he got him. Let's watch that again.
Guaranteed ways to get sex from women. And I'm quoting you, in this chapter, I will give some tried...
Oh, got me. But let's just keep watching and see if anything that Tucker says ends up actually being true, because pretty much everything he says is a lie. So here we go.
Proven techniques will help you talk a woman into giving it up. I will also offer you precise rebuttals to every objection a woman may have to giving it up. You say this, the number one lame thing men say to get sex, I love you. You describe that as the bold lie approach. And then you say this, if a woman isn't ready for sex, you quote, 1, question her maturity, 2, minimize the significance of sex, and 3, tell her what she wants to hear.
Doesn't sound very Christian of Tariq, but let's see if, like I said, let's see if any of that is even true. Let's hear Tariq's rebuttal.
Tucker, the fact that you're this desperate to get one of my books, which is a book on satire, it's a tongue-in-cheek book. The book was written in a comedic fashion, and the fact that you're getting that to try to justify disenfranchising me, to try to...
funny.
This has got to be a troll. Look at them. They're like laughing together. Watch that again.
Comedic fashion, and the fact that you're getting that to try to justify disenfranchising me, to try to...
funny.
It looks like they're both like in on some joke together. It's almost like, I know this is ridiculous, but we have to do it because our ratings are so low. Because this is really some really important, productive stuff that we should be talking about right now. With everything that's going on in the world, this is probably the most important thing, I would say, at least on my priority list. This definitely is in the top 3 at least. So let's just keep watching. Right now, I really don't know who's winning. I might give it to Tariq just because I think his tie looks a little better than Tucker's. Tariq is a little bit more swagged out in his dress, whereas Tucker kind of looks like a nerdy school kid. But no offense to him, but let's see what happens.
Minimize the significance of what I do in the system. That's so cheap, Tucker.
I was just joking, Ruth. So actually, I read about 10 interviews you did on the...
Tucker, don't be a sucker, Tucker.
All right, that's strong on Tariq's part. Don't be a sucker, Tucker. I feel like he probably worked that out before coming on the program, just having something like that in his back pocket just to bust out, which is very strong. If he said, don't be a cuck, Tuck, that would have been the ultimate. That really would have gotten me going. But everything he said in the book was just a joke, so, don't take any of that seriously. And I think he's still on top so far. Let's see if Tucker can kind of get him up against the ropes, or if he's just going to, allow Tariq to have the upper hand. Maybe he will. Let's see how this concludes.
Okay, so here's an interview you gave to Esquire.
That's so cheap, Tucker. That is so cheap,
it's a legitimate question. You said
Tucker,
this,
I'm talking about systematic white supremacy, and you're trying to discredit me by getting a quote from my book, which is tongue-in-cheek, which is about relationships. A lot of the book is satire, it's comedic, and that's so cheap, Tucker. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, Tucker.
All right, very strong ending. I'm not surprised. Don't be a sucker, Tucker. I mean, he's really just busting out his A game and throwing everything at Tucker, and I just don't think Tucker can keep up. I think he's really kind of flailing, if that's a real word. I'm not sure if it is, but you can fact check me on that. But Yeah, and even at the beginning, Tucker says, it's a very interesting book. Not that Tucker would even need to worry about that because, pretty much for somebody like him, all you have to do is go out on a date with a girl and start talking about trickle-down economics, and that will really get them going. So I think for today, I'm going to have to give the victory to Tariq Nasheed. I think optically he was looking better. He was dressed nicer. He had better insults. And just the exchange of ideas, I think, was more productive on his part. So we'll give that one to him for this week. So that is it. That is our lesson in optics. And this is Gail Chulo reminding you to stay grounded and stay centered. This is The Radical Centrist.